Miss Mother Renee, goddammit! Mother Karan, goddammit!
Renee is like the mother of all mothers of Philadelphia. I mean, you can't talk about Philadelphia and not mention her.
Tens across the board, without a doubt.
You know, it was a time in Philadelphia, the Prestige Ball, when she came off a balcony. There was these steps from the balcony that spiraled down. We was upstairs. I kept saying, they calling your category. Come on, Renee, we go downstairs so you can walk. And she was like, I'm not going downstairs. And for the life of me, I didn't understand why she didn't want to go downstairs. They was counting the category down. When we turned back around, she was leaning over the balcony backwards. Her hair was hanging down off the balcony. And the crowd was just going crazy. And she was just like selling her face and throwing her hair over the balcony. And it just was a moment, but she always gave you those type of moments.
Renee was the mother of Philadelphia. She was. When we talked about giving mother, we meant her. Everybody wanted to act like Renee. Everybody. Any of us who were coming up and wanted to transition back then, we strive for that kind of preservation. We strive to look that good.
Really haven't been too many transgender women in the Philadelphia ballroom scene that has had the impact on the city like she did. Some of those girls have never met her, and they act just like her. When you can influence generations of girls, and those girls don't even know why they talk and walk and act a certain way, it's crazy. I had this magazine since they published it. Colors did this magazine in January, February of 1995. And I already was in love with her. This magazine made me fall more in love with her. This is her here. The transgender platform was different when I came out. So when you saw girls like her who were so authentic in their realness, which is always amazing to see those girls back then, you know, not just be a category at a ball, but to be living that category in real life.
Renee was living with the HIV virus. She had a very tough time with addiction. Like when we lost her, they hit us hard. They hit the house real hard. I was in the house around 5 years. I left shortly after Renee passed away. For my own mental health, I had to kind of step away and kind of move on and do my own thing. I know that we're at this new place in ballroom and stuff now, but it was real hard for people to embrace our unique womanhood, especially back then. They wanted us to be these submissive, subservient, rigidly defined images of what they thought women should be. And every time we would try to redefine that, we just received so much pushback. And I think Renee, she was just this different definition and needed a different kind of love, a different kind of understanding. Because she was a woman anyway, and she continued to be one anyway. I think sometimes, especially with trans women in the scene, we have to be so strong all the time. Sometimes it's more important to the scene around us to perform than to live. I would have preferred her to live.